Okay folks, it's another day, making progress on the whole strength ball. So I don't know if you can see back there in the background, I have 4 big cardboard boxes that were attached to pallets. Cleaned all that out, got rid of all the low-grade wire. There's a bunch of monitors in there that I have to scrap out. There's a nice TV back there that works perfectly fine, so that's going to become my shop TV. A few printers, a bunch of odds and ends, some resellable cables and stuff like that, so that's all been put aside. I'm finishing up the server blades and stuff that needed to be destroyed for the insurance claim for this company that I'm doing this out for. And I just wanted to go over a couple of the things that I'm noticing with this type of server blade. Now I know that a lot of these are going to be different, depending on what your needs are as a company. I'm sure these companies tailor these blades and stuff to whatever that individual business's needs are. But with this one, this is, I think, this is like a hub, I think. I don't know about this. What I can tell you is that, so let's take a look down here. So we've got the last one that I have to scrap is down there in the bottom, and the back is all filled with these little like fan modules that have some really nice little fingers there. Tiny circuit board with a bunch of little ICs and stuff on it, and a couple of cooling fans, and the rest is just steel. So there's a bunch of these on there. So those are fun to play with because of the gold fingers. But this big piece here, it's mostly hollow. I mean, it weighs a freaking ton, but it's mostly steel except for this was empty. There were no blades in it. But there's these 2 things in the back. So we've got, they come out, kind of like this, and what's inside them is this board, which is, some nice BGA chips, some nice ones down there, some more IC chips, tons of MLCCs, little tantalums, little crystal oscillators with the gold braze. So there's a lot of good material on here. Nice big heat sink that's covering, looks like one of those flip chips. So it's not probably not the best chip under there, but still, I mean, it's really good. Plus these, all the connections here are really thickly plated with gold. So that's going to be some fun recovery material there. So that's what's in these things. But the next part is, so underneath here, underneath this section, alright, so you have to take off like 30 screws to get this metal junk off, and then you find this board, which is really freaking thick, alright, and again you've got a bunch of, really thick gold-plated pins and all these, and here, I don't see much in those, but what's on top of this is this thing. Alright? It looks like a big piece of plastic with white metal coming off of it, but if you take a file to it, at least on this one anyway, it's solid copper. It's silver plated, looks like silver plated copper. This thing weighs about 6 pounds. So finding that underneath here is really nice, and I've got 3 of them, so I'm gonna have 18 pounds of copper just in these pieces. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys want to watch this come apart. Certainly obliged. A lot of screws. So many screws. It's ridiculous. But after this strap is done, I'm going to have a contest I'm going to have a bucket filled with screws, and I'm going to have the first person to guess the weight on it. So that's all the screws off of just that last one. Just the ones that I took off, not all the screws. Taking that apart, light iron. There's that board again. So first one I scrapped only had one of these units. This one has two. So again, you know, a lot of nice little, it's a gold bearing material on there. So far from just this pallet, I've got that trash can full of circuit boards. I've got that can full of circuit boards. I've got that of light iron. All that's light iron. And I've got all of these Intel Xeon CPUs. So a few more goodies up here, some RAM chips, a couple of cards. I'm going to check to see, you know, what they are and what they're worth. Yep. Right, so this heat sink is being held on by a bunch of these little guys, and the safest way to remove them is to point it away from you, because they've got some spring to them, and find the little end there and just clip it. Hear that? Just flew right out of there. Don't want that going towards your eyes. All right. Take that heat sink off. Underneath that, we've got a Cisco chip. It's a Cisco 0809 08-0970-02 CST1DA1. Bunch of other numbers. I don't know what that means, but looks like it might be an okay chip for gold recovery, but nowhere near as good as, like, you know, the BGA chip there. But these heat sinks I found kind of interesting. You have the top, which is aluminum, but if you take a file to the bottom part, that whole plate down here, solid copper. So there's going to be a fair bit of copper in these things. It'll be fun trying to separate that, but I'll figure it out. No, I'm not sure if I showed you everything that I've been pulling out so far, but the big pile of heat sinks here. I've got all those, plus the bucket of little fingers that I've been collecting off those little fans and stuff. part. Really not much to it. The connectors in there are not gold plated. Those look like just a big capacitor. There's yeah, not much in there. Some chunky wire pieces in there, but that's about it. Wire back here. Alright, so on this beast right here on the sides, we've got a couple of these little things. It's not really a whole lot to them. There's really not much on it except for like a little bit of gold flashing. But because, you know, this is Cisco stuff, and server equipment, I'm probably going to try and get that gold off of there. It looks, I mean, after a while, you know, doing this, you can kind of tell how thick the plating is. This looks pretty thick to me, so I'll give it a whirl. Okay, so wire. So can you see it right here? This is the that big solid copper piece. I think another one of these things is solid. Take the file to it. I don't know if you'll be able to catch that color through the camera. Probably not, but that is copper. Another one of these bad boys. really thick circuit board. Again with, you know, all kinds of nice gold plating and all these things. So this is a heavy board. I mean, even I think this will be considered probably low grade, but this is 2 or 3 pounds easy. All right, and that's it for this thing. I mean, there's nothing else on it except for steel. So it's the update for this video. So thanks for continuing to watch my work through this big lot of server here. You know, keep in mind as well that, you know, individual results may vary. So if you get some of this stuff, you probably won't find the same stuff that I'm finding, but most likely similar. Yeah. So thanks for watching. See y'all later.